Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone sees me, hears me. Happy New Year. I don't know. Do you all have big plans? What are you thinking? Is our world going to become peaceful? What a great question, right? Good morning, Cavell and Anik and Carol Swisher. Thank you for coming today. I know Doug said he didn't get the word out last night, but he did send it this morning. Yes, and I'll say it again. Happy New Year. Things are going to be changing for everybody. Good things. I don't ever. Thank you, Carol. She sees and hears me. We never wish for bad things. Maybe for things to evolve and become not a constant big. But what are you thinking was first thing I heard. I was thinking Happy New Year. It's a new beginning for everyone. And if you're one of those that think, oh, there are no such thing, well, if you can take your awareness and bring it into a truth and begin to know that you're brand new, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to think? The world is your oyster. This is my mother always used to tell me that. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Will you be rich? Will you be poor? It is what your consciousness says and adores. So, know that you are the creator of your life and your world. And you might want to write yourself a letter today stating these are the things you would like to have come into your life, things you want to have as things, thoughts about feelings, awarenesses, energetic. And then next year, you're going to go back. Don't peek. You'll remember or you won't. But you today can set it in the energy to do it, to have it happen. So let's call in Mother, Father, to come be ever present in our day today. Okay, what are you thinking? Well, that's about what I'm saying is, what are you all contemplating? What are you all thinking about today? Humdum, we got to get excited and make it something. Yes. I hope everyone had great fireworks. We had great ones here. I don't have Doug's phone. If he gets home, he got a picture of the Pleiades under the full moon, which are 7 stars. They were in the shape of a Little Dipper. But wonderful that they have, I still think, agreed to show themselves through January. So you look at the moon, it's down on the lower left, out a ways. And you'll see 7 little blue, very tiny here, but I'm sure not so tiny where they are. So you have a few nights that you might be able to see them. Certainly you need a clear night. We've had very clear evenings here. We're in Florida. But everywhere's different, and where it might be around the moon, for some of you, the other locations, it may be different. Okay? Beth, good morning. And have I met Beth? Have you been here before, Beth? Can you hear me? But normally, along with what she says, it is a day to let go, to clean it out and let tomorrow, the next few days be brand new. It's been a while. Okay. Well, thank you for coming again. And how many of you are clearing out and organizing? January is the month to do that. Yeah. So Mother and Father coming down, beginning to balance the energy of our group and into your heart if you would like. And today I hear a sound. So I want you to try to quiet your consciousness so that you can hear this sound. It's beautiful. It's like a higher tone that they're placing in all of your hearts as you have an option to begin to hear it. And that's going to bring peace. And you will love it. All right. Good morning, Anik. Carol's here. Lauren, Marby, good morning. And Beth. So I think we need to have our discussion today be about renewing. Just make a list of all the past year and hit the button and let it go down the trash. Because whatever's on there, you may want to lift it up a little higher or bring it in complete gold. You don't want to have it be that you have or you're taking along the old baggage with you. You can bring in a new level of God's love and Mother's love and soft, endearing energy to embrace you and support you on whatever it is you're choosing to do. And perhaps it's a day for you to have what you're doing also go more upscale and would bring more of economic benefit into your world. It's all about goodness. You know, there's nowhere that I see that any of us have to continue where we are. It's time to renew, to upbeat, and have this new frequency in our energy field, bringing and drawing more to us of the higher light. I'll give you that tone again here. Yeah. Good. So I have met people who are ones who write everything out what they want the next year. And they do pretty well. They get it. I know when I was in the class that was for that, helping you learn how to train your mind to not be in the old past, but in renewed. And so first of the year, you had to write everything down that you wanted to have happen that year. Well, one lady wanted a pink Cadillac. At the end of the year, she got one, but it didn't have an engine. So what that taught us all is you got to be specific. Do you want a pink Cadillac that runs and drives and the top goes down? It's a real lesson when you do that, maybe for the first year, and you realize you need to be specific in how you want things and when you want things. And that'll be a help for you all today as you take a few minutes and make a list. What is it that you want? Do you want a savings account that's got over $50,000 in it? Then say that. Maybe you don't even have one now, but let's see what comes from the power. Yes, and certainly you got to go over it every day, knowing you see that. I was a head teller in my years, one of the many jobs, and I used to every Wednesday have packs, millions of dollars all around me, and you better believe it. Every one of those days, I knew this money was all mine. Hasn't quite come yet, but I know I'm getting older, so it's got to be coming nearer. I can smell it. I can feel it. I can count it. I remember. These are the kind of things that they suggest you do when you're wanting to put out positive energy. Make it real as you can. Do it every day. You can't have a doubt. If you have a doubt after something you're asking, you need to go clear that doubt. I don't have a doubt that I deserve and can handle millions of dollars. I just haven't created the surrounding well enough to be able to do that yet. But it will come. Who's to know? Inner light, thank you for coming. Happy New Year to everybody. So let's see, what's up? Good health. We all want good health. But in spawning and asking for good health every day, you're going to find you're going to want to eat different. You're going to go, oh, well, milkshake, that's not going to help me. Steak every night, that's not going to help me. So what is going to happen is from your writing it, putting it out, you're going to be in a participation of creating it. So good morning, Marianne. How are you? I'm very hardly, almost unable to walk. Fell yesterday, so need prayers, please. Right now, you just want to walk. All right, so let's all give loving, healing energy. I'm going to give you some of the essence with intention to you to help you. I don't think we talked about why you aren't able to walk, but do you have neuropathy or something? Can you mind writing and letting me know? We'll put a container around it that it doesn't get larger. And good morning to Barbara Ward. Yeah, and falling is a powerful statement in itself. Because I'm a faller, have been until the last few years. I finally decided I walk strongly on my feet. I walk strongly on my feet. And wherever I go and whatever I do, I keep reiterating the strength of my legs because I started to have neuropathy. That's why I'm asking. Yes, neuropathy in both legs. I'm going to call you after this is done and tell you some of the things my naturopath has me do to help that. There's Lauren sending you love. Barbara Ward can please send some healing to Marianne, and Beth sending it. I know Inner Light's probably sending it. Also Carol and Anik. Everyone's going to send love and healing to those legs. And you may be surprised. So tomorrow, what you need to do is ask for a ditto for the healing. You don't want to ask a ditto for the falling, but for the healing. Yeah. So there's Lauren hoping you recover quickly. Well, she doesn't say hope. Let's know you do. And the Inner Light is supporting also. This is the place to come because all these great healers are a part of coming here and connected into God's light and Jesus himself. And I'm sure you know that just the healing touch of Jesus and some of these people is a miraculous healing if you're ready to allow it. Yeah. So, it was surprising to me because I danced from the time I was 2 till by 16, 17. Then I played tennis 9 times a week for years, that when my legs started to cramp and my toes started to tighten up, I was surprised. Neuropathy. So, yeah. So some of you other people know people that have that. You can correct it by first just moving your toes, trying to imagine you're on the carpet, pulling the carpet towards you. That makes a big, my toes used to get numb. They don't get numb anymore. Peace sanctuary. What a powerful thing. Wow. You might have to let me know about how that is. Good. Mary Ann's telling everyone thank you. And then you can get magnesium oil that if they're cramping, or I put that on before I go to bed. And then I don't have cramps and I wake up really good. And yeah, the more you walk, the better it is. I have to do 5 minutes on the treadmill and then get about 3,300 steps in a day. And the more you do it, the more you become like a natural walker again. It's not easy, but my naturopath, I don't question her. Yeah, good. Thank you, Barbara Ward. Yeah, you got to forgive yourself because it's there. And instead be in gratitude because it's going to get you moving. It's going to reestablish a life and a pulse inside of you that maybe you've forgotten about and didn't even know you were forgetting about it. So I also have one of those things that go back and forth. So if I don't get up to 3,300, I sit and do that, and that seems to keep it going. So you're not alone. Very good people also have the same thing. But you just got to be willing to do the things to challenge it to no longer exist. So it's a slowing down, and we're here on our new year to become youthful again. Let's everybody put that out there. You know, the more you become pure in your light, the more youthful you look. So why not bring about that thought into our healing? Excuse me. Now, some people have heart conditions. Where do I want you to look? I want you to look at your relationships and how you feel about yourself. People tend not to think it's about the loving of themselves. And start to think about these things and how can you release and let go, or how can you embrace and begin to know what love really is. So there's healing, there's heart, hands. Hands, the neuropathy can also get in the hands. I do this all day long. One way, the other way. I do it with my ankles too. You can see this one's contrary. I had crushed this wrist, so it's a little, you got to keep him moving. Oh, he's very contrary today. Let's go this way, and let's go that way. So now I'm going to show you my weakened parts. But it gets to where it's going. And I don't have any ache or pain in my arms anymore. But you want to work so these nerves and the blood moves all the way through all your hands. Oh, I heard mine crack. It is something that you can have, and then it goes away when you're working with it. Okay? And we'll also send healing to you, Marianne, for whatever other parts of you might have not felt real comfortable after falling. You know, I now realize last time I fell was because my ankle had nothing, no power in it. And then I had to take it all serious. So, yeah, we have a whole world out there that we can be sending light around the world to heal neuropathy, to heal a sad heart, a lonely heart. You know, the truth is, yes, we are all getting older, but we can feel younger. And the more you do your light work and you get younger, the masters will say you'll look 21. So I'm doing my best because I want to look 21. See, I'm looking better. I'm getting older and looking better. That's where we want to come from. You can't give the power to how everyone thinks life goes. You can't. You know, my hair's just as silky as someone who's 30 or so, maybe not even that good. Thank you. Thank you very much. And it's going to keep coming. And that can be true for everyone, not just me. You know, it's all you believe reflects in the skin and body that you hold. Our fears, our aches and pains come out with those where inside our body are not healed. So we pay attention. We pay attention. And maybe every night you need to just breathe God's light in and bring it up through the toes and the legs and through everywhere. And you're going to start after a few weeks, begin to feel different, for heaven's sake. And if you have a ball, squeeze one. And if this all isn't happening to you yet, start. Because there's those of us you're hearing, it happened, and I was very, very active all my life. Dancing, tennis, you name it. And it's still, in a few years of lack, it hit me. So let's all work together to become renewed and alive and feeling that heart of Jesus or mother, whomever you want, pumping the blood in your heart full of light, full of light. Paul, good morning all and happy Gregorian New Year. Wonderful to find you here. I'm here every Monday. Doug was just late sending the letter out. I'm sorry. He was sick over the weekend. Let me tell you about this. Couldn't talk. Doug never gets sick. He goes, I need these. And we have a lot of things. He went over, found these, took one jug of it. Today's perfectly fine. It's all in here. Apparently, something happened. His body had to shut down, but it was ready to come right back up. So it's a mystery, and yet the more evolved you become, it is not a mystery. You begin to understand what works for you. Okay? Yeah, Namasha. Just a little bit of healing. Okay. So, Marianne, are you feeling any better? Is anyone feeling any better? Knowing that you're going to walk with Jesus or Mother in your heart today, that's got to feel better. You got to keep a smile on your face. That's what they do. Wow, I'm seeing I even look like a tan, and I don't go really outside. You would think in Florida we would, but we don't. Yeah. Did you read Barbara's thought for you? Firm on your behalf the strong, powerful legs and restoration of total mobility. Excuse me. And it's the nerves. You need to bless the nerves that run up on the inside. Manashepa. Yeah. There was a point I had it really bad in my groin legs, how they went through there. You know, we're all different, and yet we're all similar. We have a human body. So, yeah. Lauren, everybody's coming together. Yeah. Once you get those toes stronger and you can walk better, it makes a big difference. Marianne's telling everyone, thank you. Me too. We all understand on some level, whether it's ourselves or our parents who've had the same issue. When my knees hurt, I breathe into them, and as I breathe out, I hum. Humming is a great healing modality, and maybe someday you're going to start singing the sacred language, light language, Barbara. I think you and I have talked about that before. Yes, knees can be another thing, and I use red light. I don't know if you have red light. I can wrap red light every night around my knees and my heels. There's so many blessed things in the world today that you can do to support yourself. And you can ice your legs. Now, my naturopath would tell you to take, let me get the right thing. It's not garlic. It's, this is when sometimes my brain goes. And you put it in 3 ounces of water and you put a pack on with it. It'd be nice if I knew the name, right? I'll have it by tomorrow for you. And she says she doesn't feel physically better, but emotionally it's helping. Yeah, do you use your hands, Marianne, at all? Healing? If so, I would put them right on your knees and rub around the tops. Yeah. Cavell sent you healing. It would make sense that you're feeling emotionally better because that's where emotional healing goes to first. But as it sinks in and every cell allows it to become, you want to become welcoming to allow every drop of healing energy today to come inside your legs and your hands. I'm holding that image, and it's also throughout the left side of the body. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just so sorry to hear it, but so glad you're here with all these healers who are, you may all of a sudden 5 o'clock today feel great. Who knows? But it's going to be what you think. Do you think that's possible? See, we become resistance. No, this is what I'm facing. Well, but healing changes that. So we'll see what happens. Good. toning. Yes. So does anyone have a special statement they think we should all put energy to together for our new year in referencing health or money, whatever everybody needs the most? Because there's power in numbers, and there's power when it comes out like a globe of light and around and in the universe. And Barbara Ward, you are usually pretty good with the money thing. So what do you think? You know, down below your feet, I want to let you all know there's a level, and we all have a prosperity pyramid there on your left. Listen to that, Marianne. And you can stand back, and do you have a lot of rubies and jewels on the outside, and what do you have on the inside? But you can do a little bit to clean that up today for your prosperity for the year. Love in body embodiment. Yeah. So we should all, tomorrow, now when we go to do our how we're feeling ones, our messages, it's going to be different because we're going to feel better. We're going to desire more. Inner light says, I rest in God. Yes, I like that first statement for today. And I would let that be one of the last things you say before you fall asleep is, I rest in God's hands. Allow a deep rest. Yeah. I used to go and walk in a mall, 2 miles. And I'd always, for a long time I did that. I feel no pain. I feel no pain for my legs. But then I live the light of God. I live the light of God. Now I got to tell you, that one's pretty much true. That is what I do and who I am. So there's a power in that repetition. Oh, you can also allow a deep breath. That's beautiful. But don't forget, Mother Mary's energy is emerald. She comes in with the emerald healing energy. Very powerful. And that's one of all the woman healings. Her light, Lady Nada, she carries a bouquet of roses. You might smell them if she comes to. Lady Nada is in charge of the 7-person board that decides on if you do something you shouldn't do or if you're really good. And she's very powerful. So healing from Lady Nada is also. I do allow for quick healing. Okay. Barbara does gratitude for abundance in every area of her life. That works for me with money, health, relationships, and everything. I think that's very good. I think I already have it. You have to be able to own it to have it. So those millions are coming because I sat in that room. I had money stacked all around me every day. Must not be time yet. Is Mary Magdalene red? Magdalene and Christ are yellow gold and ruby. So they're not going to call it red. They're going to call it ruby. But that's a yes, I guess, kind of. Just you want to use the phrase ruby red, and he's gold. And it's kind of a twist. It's the 6th ray. Christ and Magdalene. Okay. Yeah. And it has a lot of love in it. You can certainly feel that. And that's why there's the ruby is it's a lot of love. Good. So we're kind of getting our loving thoughts and expanded thoughts out because as we share them, it gives each person another one to think about. Oh, maybe I don't do that. Well, maybe you can write it down and add it, you know? And you know what? The energy of that sixth ray is peace. Christ and Mary Magdalene in that whirl of ruby gold is peace. Yes. Mm-hmm. And lucky are you if you find a lollipop that's ruby and yellow gold wrapped together. That would be very healing for your inner digestive system. Yeah. Very good. Does anyone have any questions for this new year that you might want me to look at? Think about. Contemplate. I'm in the process of, the other day I come in, do you remember everything had pretty much fallen down? Now I got to find something new to put in the back because all those people are telling me we have grown beyond that. So I'm looking. I think I found 2 to pick from, but I'm still going to take a week and have options come to me. Oh, that's a very nice thing. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, there's red roses. Red roses are always powerful. Why, they're in a lot of weddings. Let me see. My cards here. I had school this weekend, so yep. So first, let's ask the card. Ask for the card that's going to speak to our prosperity for the year. And then we'll do one for health. How's that? Okay, I'm going to cut once. Take the top. Inner beauty. Well, the card itself is beautiful, the blue and that ruby color. I open the eyes of my heart and direct my gaze to the light within every being. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and the goodness are in the image of God. Now, profound. Let's know that each of us hold this. For we can say, I stand. You can say, you stand. I stand in the beauty of God, in the love of God, in the realization of God's truth. You can just keep repeating. So now I'm going to take 2 picks up here, and I'm going to get one for health. Goodness. Now, you may say to me, that doesn't speak about health, and it most certainly does. For it's those people who have a goodness in their heart that aren't going to have any kind of physical issue bothering them. I refine my character and overcome difficulties by remaining positive. I calm my heart and illuminate my intellect to transform shadow into light. I consciously manifest goodness in and around me. I improve my qualities for the benefit of all. So as you do that within yourself, you're going to get healthier and healthier and healthier. Things may come the same way. Things may go. You can't ever believe that you're stuck with it. Hear that word? Stuck means it's a pattern that you're not letting go of. Because here's the answer. Everything turns to light. So I'm hearing someone ask me about how I am about on my 3rd week with a neuropathy. My legs got really big, so I'm on something to pull the water out, and then the different ways to do the walking and how many steps. But, it's all doable. You're not stuck there. I work to improve myself. I embrace all that life brings to me and transform the darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. And this is really what everyone has to live by. Things coming and showing themselves to you are only to help you grow. Because if it's coming, there's some issue. For me, why me and my legs? Because I'm supposed to be doing more. Instead of walking down the street, I got to start running. And it's going to be eventual. Eventually I'll be where they're saying it's all right. It'll be all right for you too, whoever you are. But you have to be in action and taking care of it. I had one day I had only walked 167 steps. Well, that didn't work. I got to get up to that 3,300 every day. So I want to find one more about self-love. What is the card that's going to tell us about our ability to self-love? Amen, amen, amen. Yep, anamasha. This is a duplicate card. You like that? Because everything turns to light. This must be a big issue for everyone. I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transforms darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. I'm probably older than anyone here, and I am not old. I know I don't look old. I'm 74 years old, and I do not look it. Because you must change these thought processes to how you look. You can't begin to think, oh, well, that's an excuse. That's all right. No. You're getting younger. Did you ever read, I don't remember them either, but do you know who Emil is? If you do, you know what I'm talking about. And he just walked all over the world and blazing in the light. You just let go and burn away anything that's an illusion. All right. How did you like your cards? Anybody want to tell me? Yeah, I'm 37. Okay. I'm hoping you heard me say, no, I am 74. Well, thank you. That's about the youngest I've been told I look. But I'm going to read this to you. You see how beautiful? Goodness, I overcome my imperfections, polish my character, and feed on the positive. Thus, I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to myself and others. Now, here's the kicker. We live in a retired development. Everyone looks old. They have, my hair is changing, but it's not all white. And they're not walking well, and we just can't talk about the same things. So we really don't have many people who live here who we commune with. But You need to know, all of you, because you don't need to become that. Mm-mm-mm. You know, my dad lived to be 84, but his face looked as it always did from when he was young. But he's the one who I got the gift from, so godliness brings about living a long time. Yes. Well, so our time kind of went by, huh? Any other things or thoughts or questions? I just keep hearing in my head, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Something's going to be different about this year, and we're all going to be set free. You know, are we the army that's talked about? If you can get beyond thinking that the army is like what Trump has, we're an army of light. And how we help convince people to shift who they are and what they do and how they think. You'll know that you are renewed, and you have to give no power to any ills or spills. Love them. Like before I started today, I took the essence of fire. Why do you think that was? Because I want to be ablaze. I want my energy to fire up so that you can all feel fire. Yeah, we have an army of unity. That's right. That's right. And again, Happy New Year. I want you to become more sensitive and aware when something is an awakening of something new, of higher evolution. And either talk about it or however it is to make it more. Because we don't want to become that gloomy, no, you don't. Eat foods that are good for you. Don't eat a bunch of junk. I am too, Barbara Ward. They're only going to be going up, up, up. And we have our 250-year thing coming. So let's be ready. Yeah, let's be ready. Because if we're ready, we're going to spread out like a blanket. Yeah, it's going to be great. All right. So my throat's getting dry. Anyone else have any last comment they'd like to make to me or to anyone? I'm going to be here tomorrow for messages or whatever else comes. But take time and see if you can see that the Pleiades around the moon. I'll try to have Doug's phone here so I can show you tomorrow. Because those of us who are all working with the Palladians, you ready? You're going to all listen? They're growing more. Yep, it's an amazing things. Actually, the aura around them are changing. So, Palladian's the way to go, man. You're welcome, Beth. Don't be such a stranger for you and the inner light. All right? Thank you. And Beth. Yeah. All right. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. See how many wonderful things can happen today after feeling so positive. Write them down. You need to show yourself it's true. Okay? Bye-bye.